Aloha kakayaka, aloha. Mahalo ilihia. When I accepted where I was asked to come back to the state, I specifically said deputy director to avoid speaking engagements, but that backfired on me. So bear with me on this. I want to thank the HTA team, Chair Mufi Hanneman, Daniel Nahopi'i, Ilihia, Kalani, all of the HTA staff for putting together a well-put conference. And as we come here on day 2, let's give them a round of applause. The panels had a lot of thought put into it. It wasn't just come together, let's hear about the industry, let's look at the data. Some of the sessions were about things that were being implemented outside of the visitor industry, outside of the hospitality industry. This is economic diversification and how tourism plays a vital part, and not only being the financier of that, but also how do we leverage the network that you folks have put in, as well as those relationships, so that we can focus on exporting Hawaii's product. Value add will help Hawaii become sustainable and resilient. And let me share a story. So back in 2017, 2018, I joined a delegation to New Zealand, and the point was to go look at sustainability. And the economic advisor told us, pause, you folks have a brand, a made in Hawaii brand. You have to leverage it. The revenues you generate from the value-added side of your products will help you pay for sustainability and resiliency. And so when we talk about agritourism, culinary tourism, ecotourism, this is all value-add in the hospitality space. But when we start to look outside of how we're going to diversify our economy, pardon me. Sorry, Ilihia. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Sorry, it's not moving forward. Oh, there we go. Thank you. We had to look at what the state of the state was. So when we look at emerging sectors, sorry, I'm going to just go through a couple slides here. Thank you. Pardon me, I'm going to flip through because of my time limit here. We looked at our emerging sector report, and we looked at tech and innovation, our creative industries division, and our food and product manufacturing. So when we look at this, this is all value add. This is all exports. How do we tell our stories? How do we share our stories? We can share it through product manufacturing, whether it be food product, music, creative industries and media, or even in fashion. These products will help us tell our story, share it with the world, with the visitors that come in, as well as the visitors that want to have a taste or an experience of Hawaii. So one way we can do this through Made in Hawaii is we talk about the visitor industry and how much comes in through revenue. When the visitor industry is thriving, we need to leverage that. We need to take that investment and we need to reinvest it into our infrastructure and facilities. The small to medium businesses are the backbone of our economy, and that's the experience we can share with the visitors. Sorry, I apologize. I'm trying to flip through this and it's on a delay. I just want to end on an example. Kalamai. So when we talk about the investment in tourism and how we can partner with that, for the DBED, we have to look at the infrastructure and facilities and leveraging the one-time costs. We heard about the revenues, how much the tourism industry brings into the state. We heard about the visitor arrivals. Okay, thank you. This facility is a value-added product development facility. This took state dollars. Oh, no. Sorry. Oh, I apologize. I'm just going to go with my words here. Okay. The tourism economy generates a lot of revenue for the state. We need to take that revenue and invest it into facilities. These facilities help create products that we can share with the world. When we do this, we'll expand our economy and we'll diversify our economy, and also resiliency. These one-time costs help develop infrastructure that help reduce the costs and reduce the risk for our businesses. Without tourism, that generates this revenue for the state, we cannot make this investment. So true diversification, true resiliency comes from the bedrock of our community with the visitor industry and generating that revenue to develop these facilities and support our programs. There is a nexus there, a huge nexus when it comes to diversification. We currently have the sun and sand, but when we look at the visitor industry and how we can leverage that, the networks, the relationships that the tourism industry has established, we can leverage that. With DBED, with HTA, our Business Development Support Division, our Agribusiness Development Corporation, our Hawaii Technology Development Corp, we need to sync and align, and we need to layer that in our cradle-to-grave framework. And in doing so, there will always be a time when the visitor industry is thriving and our rivals are up. Even when we have another pandemic, even when we see another natural disaster, we can turn to the Hawaii Tourism Authority and its partners on how to take our small business products, our value-added products, off our shore to keep our economy going, to help mitigate that economic impact. So I want to thank all the partners. I want to thank you for your kuleana, and I want to thank you for your hard efforts as we focus on the then and how we can leverage and depend on the relationships and the visit industry moving forward. Mahalo.